heights. Because no matter where you are or what device you're using, the excitement is right at your fingertips with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
It's Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
Coming on the open court. And over. And that is a goal. And got her. A four-peat. Oh, what a play. Slater at three.
This is the biggest baseball week of the year in one of the best atmospheres in the state. We come to you from Maui and venerable Iron Maihara Stadium. Day 2, Game 3 of Round 2 for a spot in the Final Four. The chase is down to 6, and we welcome you to the Wale Yonemine Foundation Division I Baseball State Championship Tournament. After a wet week, the skies have become more clear, sun peeking through, and we are ready for our quarterfinal doubleheader here on Spectrum OC16. It's game number 1 here as the Baldwin Bears, the co-champions of last year, set to take on the champs of 2023, the number 1 seeded Warriors of Kamehameha. And as always, it's Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza. If you love baseball, this is your week. My guys, Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bender, Felipe Ojastro. Chase is down to 6, my friend. Here we are. It's wild. It's survive and advance. It's been a wild tournament so far.
It has been. You and I were here for 12 hours yesterday, seeing all 8 teams playing yesterday, 4 games. We saw the first 2 here earlier today, and things just been hectic right now. I mean, some upsets, really, some mild upsets so far, but really, you're seeing the cream rise to the top.
And as of right now, 2 other spots are needed to be taken into the state semifinal round. St. Louis knocked off Mililani today. Waiakea, the BIF champions, knocked off Kaiser. Excited for this one here, Jimmy Bender, as you take us first on the field.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And you mentioned that co-championship last year for Baldwin. That's kind of a bittersweet thing, but Craig Okita promises me, look, we're not even thinking about that at this point. As he puts it, rinse, reset, repeat as they look to get a solo championship this year.
Them and Maui, the co-champions, due to the weather last year. The weather's going to be great all throughout this week as expected, and so we shall settle from 12 down to 1 on Saturday. Here's what you missed out on. Wild first-round action yesterday, 12 hours of baseball. Baldwin knocked off Kailua, the final game of round number 1. Kaiser had to hang on and knock off Roosevelt. St. Louis knocked off Kamehameha Hawaii, and Lelehua knocked off Iolani. So in the nightcap, it'll be Kamehameha Maui, a 3 seed, won the MIL title for the first time in 16 years. They battle a Lelehua squad trying to get to the Final Four for the first time since 1962. All right, so what's the biggest storyline so far here, partner?
Well, you and I have seen it here the last couple of days. It's errors, and errors right now have been haunting a lot of teams, and that's why you're seeing some of the favorites, so to speak, on paper, going home right now, and their opponents capitalizing on those errors. So it's been kind of a back-and-forth kind of situation. We've seen some great pitching, I think, through the first 2 days right now. I think we're still going to see great pitching throughout the nightcap tonight.
And arguably the game of the tournament, you and I got to see, it was the 7 o'clock game between Baldwin and Kailua. Baldwin led 2-0, but in the 5th inning, with the bases loaded for the Surf Riders, Kip Watanabe in relief, big strikeout, eliminated any kind of chance of getting some significant ground for the Surf Riders. In the final play of the game, with Baldwin still on top of a couple of runs, in a similar situation, the final ground out to second, and this is easy money. Bears survive the Surf. Dramatic fashion in front of a crowd of about 2,000 here last night at Iron Maihara Stadium. And so the Bears bearing down late, moving on, won it 3-1. 7 hits on that one with 5 errors in total here for the Bears. It wasn't the cleanest one. Brandon Moore went 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. So the Bears survive and advance. So the Bears lost the MLE this year to Kamehameha Maui. But they're starting to find their footing here after a bit of an identity crisis throughout the year. How do you describe the last month for the Bears?
Well, after they lost 2 out of 3 to, I think, Maui High way back towards the middle part of the season, they went on a roll there, and they've put up some W's after that, and just almost ended up winning the top seed coming out of the MIL. fell to Kamehameha Maui 8-0 in that title game right there. But since in the playoffs, 3-1 right now, and they're looking as tough as they've been in the last couple of years. And
here for head coach Craig Okita, who's been here about a half dozen years now. He said this has been an interesting ride with how young this team is, the senior leadership, the lack of execution on basic plays. But he finally got the game that he wanted from his group. Just enough, despite 5 errors, to overcome and knock off Hawaii Power and Kailua. All right, how tough is today's game now against #1 Kamehameha?
Well, I think they got the jitters out of their system yesterday, so I expect them to come out today and play much better than they did last night. Coming off almost 24 hours ago. And, sometimes the team that plays that first day looks and plays better the second day, where the seeded team always seems to struggle a little bit. They come out jittery on that first day, and we've seen a lot of upsets in the past years. So this could be one that comes down to the final out.
There is a lot of youth on this team, as we had mentioned, but there is a young guy on this squad, though, go up on the bump that has a bulldog mentality. He pitched in the MIL final against Kamehameha Maui. He was the All-Hawaii Pitcher of the Year last year, and his name is Jaden Perry Waikiki.
Yeah, he didn't play much in the beginning of the year. Just started his first outing in relief on April 5th, and then the last couple of outings for him, he pitched against Maui High and also Keikaulike. He went 7 innings in that one, complete ball game. So it seems to be back and got his stamina back right now. He's going to be very tough on this Warrior team.
Was recovering from a hand injury that took him from the preseason through the regular season. Now here he is, a game away from the Final Four in the state tournament on Maui. Excited for this one. Heck of a doubleheader with Kamehameha Maui and Lelehu in the nightcap. It's Baldwin and #1 Kamehameha-Kapalama. This is Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza Hut.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippy's. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
In next week's episode of Ultimate Japan, we'll be taking the Hawaii people to Nakayama rice fields and have an awesome lunch right next door. Then we visited Shoroshima Olive Park. What a wonderful experience. We also went on a ropeway, and finally an awesome yakiniku dinner. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
Here's the deal. People need a place to explore national issues that have an impact on their community. To understand those issues better, we're bringing together our team of local political journalists from across the country to break down what's happening. So join us every week to catch up on the key stories making a big difference across the nation and in your local community.
Watch The Big Deal with Errol Lewis Saturdays at 4 on OC16. Available on all of your favorite devices, exclusively on Spectrum.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
Iron Maihara Stadium here in Maui as we get ready for the first of our quarterfinals here on Spectrum OC16. Kamehameha won the ILH for the third consecutive year, 15-2. Both of those losses to St. Louis. Played a lot of close games, by the way. 5-1 in games decided by 3 runs or less. And among the leaders in runs per game, and also with a win, can get to their third straight Final Four appearance in the state tournament. Won it all in 2023. So the Warriors do it again. They are 3 wins away from a second title in 3 seasons. We got to see Kamehameha earlier this year against Eli, but that was late March. Now we're in May. How do you gauge how the Warriors have done so far?
Well, I think they've lived up to the billing. I mean, they've gotten great pitching this year. Pitching and defense has really gotten them this far. And if they're not playing St. Louis, they've been outstanding. But St. Louis has had their number twice this year. And luckily for them, if they do face them again, it won't be until the championship game. So that's one of those things that they've got on their hand right now. But I think for them, to win it all, they've got the pitching and the defense, but they're going to have to get the clutch hitting when they need it.
Yeah,
I think that'll be the key.
Because the pitching has been very solid. Look at the aces up the sleeves here for Kamehameha. They have about 9 in total in rotation, but the number 1, 2, and 3 guys, in no particular order, Grayson Osborne, Eli Iwanaga, Kai Kanashiro's got 4 saves this year, including those 4 wins, and 28 walks and 113 combined strikeouts. So that strikeout to walk ratio, pretty darn good. So it might come down to the hitting, and which has been up and down here for head coach Daryl Kitagawa, who led this team to the 2023 HHSAA championship. The question is, it's been 9 days since they played. Did rest create some kind of rust, and what are your expectations here today for the Warriors?
Well, I do think that they'll come out a little bit rusty, especially offensively. You know, they're going to have to try to get their footing. It'll be just like a boxing match. You'll see a lot of jabs early on. They won't be going for any kind of knockout punch early, but they'll try to put some runs on the board, try to run an inning, play some small ball early on. That's how I think they're going to try to at least put the pressure back on Baldwin and have them try to hit their way to win it.
And for more on the Warriors, here's Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And you guys have talked about the pitching, and that's something we've seen all year long with all the different teams around here. Pitching has been some solid stuff. We've seen some great guys, but we've also seen some of them lose games already in the state tournament. And Daryl Kitagawa, when I'm talking to him, says, look, it's not just about the pitchers. It is that defense that you guys mentioned. They've got to back up their pitchers big time tonight, and that's what he's looking forward to with his team.
And Marcus, we get to see Grayson Osborne.
Yeah, I mean, this young man has done it all this year, and we've talked to him, Coach Kitagawa, are you going with your ace? You're going with the ace? He goes, I'd be foolish not to. And he's going to go out there today. And he has been tough. He throws about 87 miles an hour, but changes speeds well. He's going to be a very tough opponent for these Bear batters.
And so the ace is up on the bump here in the final 6 in the chase for the state championship. It's packed. It's gorgeous. We're in Maui. And this is Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza Hut.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the 2nd year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
I love food, and I wanted to learn how to make dishes, bring people together, make things that I actually like to eat. So I gave the UH Community Colleges a shot. It turned out to be more than just classes. It's hands-on learning, and I've discovered a deeper sense of understanding myself and who I am. The UH Community Colleges gave me the space to explore my passion and believe in myself.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
Back here at Iron Maihara Stadium in Maui. Back on Oahu, they are duking it down the final 8 of the chase for the Division II state championship. Damien knocked off Pahoa, and Kapolei knocked off the MIL champs in Seabury Hall. Barrington's the number 1 seed. They won the OIA. They take on Waianae, Kapa'a, and Honoka'a. Damien might be the favorite to win the D2 crown. A lot of proud sponsors support this state tournament. Jimmy has one of them.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Ryan Antone. He's a trustee of the Hawaii Longshore Division Stabilization Fund. Talk to me about the Hawaii Longshoremen really wanted to get involved with this.
Well, we're proud to sponsor this year our young ladies and gentlemen. You know, first we did the flag football this year. It was a total success. Awesome event. Glad the state provided these girls with this opportunity. You know, we have a lot of longshoremen here in the state that our kids are part of these state tournaments. So what better way to get involved and, you know, build these communities with our kids, you know, get them strong, get the ground working for them, you know.
Specifically speaking of communities, what are you guys doing for the community of Maui here now that we're over doing a tournament here?
Well, this weekend, it's the timing was pretty good that we have, for our company, we have a barge coming in this weekend, this Saturday, with approximately 30 homes for Lahaina, you know, and it just shows our commitment to the kids as well as the community, that we're here to support anything they got.
Any shout outs you want to give real quick?
good luck to these guys right here. We got a bunch of these boys playing for Kamehameha, but we hope Coach Benny brings it home for us.
A little St. Louis shout out right there, I heard. Yep. Thank you so much, Ryan Antone. We're going to be back with game time, a first of our quarterfinals tonight between Baldwin and Kamehameha. Stay tuned.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Hey, how's it? I'm Lanai, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Head above water. Baldwin bared down late, survived the surf, and now has moved on to the second round. Now can they take down the #1 seed in the tournament? It's a quarterfinal collision. Baldwin, Kamehameha, in the Waleunamini Foundation State Quarterfinals. What a time to be alive. We are down to the final 6 teams in the chase for the state crown. Overcast skies earlier here at Iron Maihara Stadium. But now as game time soon arrives, the sun appears through the clouds, and it is picture perfect. Welcome to Iron Maihara Stadium. This is the 2025 Waleunamini Foundation State Baseball Championship Tournament. It is game 3 of the day of the second round. The winner goes to the Final Four. It's the Baldwin Bears and #1 Kamehameha Kapalama. The winner advances and will take on the BIF champs in Waiakea, knocking off Kaiser earlier. St. Louis knocked off the OI champs 5-2. 2 of our Final Four is set. Who survives and advances by the end of today? Great to have you with us with Marcus Owens and Jimmy Bender, Felipe Ojastro. Baldwin was the co-state champs last year. Kamehameha is the #1 seed. So, Marcus, which team's facing more pressure today?
Well, I mean, Baldwin would love to keep this live, winning alive here at home, but I think Kamehameha has the most pressure on them right now. They've had a bullseye on their back the entire season, and really, they've really come to life here. Streaks of 6 wins here, 6 wins there, so they just need 3 more wins. And I think it has to get done tonight for them to make it to the championship game.
And these 2 teams have played in each of the last previous 2 state tournaments. Now it's the 3rd year in a row. Jimmy Bender talked to both coaches. Here he is with the New City Nissan Field Report. Jimmy.
And you guys said it. They both want to get to that championship game, but you got to get through tonight first, right? And here's how they plan to do it. On the Baldwin side, Craig Okita saying the main thing for him is the defense has to put up some zeros on the board for Kamehameha just to give them a chance to eke out a couple runs and maybe win this thing in a low-scoring affair. Meanwhile, Daryl Kitagawa over on the Kamehameha side saying the main thing for him tonight, he thinks this is going to be a real scrappy game. In fact, we always talk about the semis being great night. This might be the matchup of the tournament right here on quarterfinal night, guys, and he's looking forward to it. Back to you.
We shall see. It's going to be a fun afternoon and evening of baseball with Kamehameha Maui and Lelehua in the nightcap. Baldwin and Kamehameha, all thanks to our friends at Young Brothers, making it all happen here on Spectrum OC16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Aloha, I'm Dot Leandro, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
The thrill of watching University of Hawaii and local high school sports is available like never before. Catch your favorite games on television, stream them online, or even watch on the go with an incredible mobile app. Your sports watching experience is elevated to new heights because no matter where you are or what device you're using, the excitement is right at your fingertips with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
Third meeting in the HHSAA tournament the last 3 years now running. The series is tied at 1 apiece. Baldwin beat them last year in the state semifinals. 2023, Kamehameha won the state title in one of the most dramatic games in HHSAA tournament history. Jay Souza, the walk-off triple to win it for the Warriors. Beautiful day here at Iron Maihara Stadium. Blue skies, green grass, and we are ready for the MIL runners-up, the Baldwin Bears, and the ILH champions, the Warriors of Kamehameha Kapalama. It's packed as you take a look at the Zippies starting lineups. First for the visiting Baldwin Bears here in their home stadium. Kai Watanabe will lead it off. Marty Sebastian's excellent as well over at second base. Jevin Raboy is on his way to Hawaii Pacific University. He leads the team in batting average at .385 in the number 3 spot. Then Malu Rosanga Lakea Ko, been a part of this team the last 3 varsity years. And Colton Sargent, Kaden Miyaki Matsubayashi, Caden Anderson, a tremendous right fielder and pitcher. And Jaden Perry Waikiki will be pitching here for the Baldwin Bears. Defensively here for Kamehameha with Cade Wersig and Aleo Coburn and Logan Sanchez in the outfield. Infield been pretty good here with Quinlan Kiai Sylvester, Logan Akaka, and Dylan Andres on his way to St. Martin's. Daijue Hara is the catcher, and now we get to see a guy who is in the running for Player of the Year in the 808 state. And the senior on his way to Nevada, Grayson Osborne.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot's been talked about his offense this year, but man, has he been doing it on the mound. 5-0 coming into this game, 1.70 earned run average, and he's been pitching lights out. He's got some great runs throughout the season. The only thing really that you look at as a negative in this ball game right now is he hasn't gone more than 6 innings in an outing all season long, but they've been keeping his pitch count down on that, but I think there is no pitch count with him on the hill tonight.
He went 5 2/3. That's his longest output of the season against Mid-Pacific, but he hasn't pitched in 16 days. And so we'll see if this Kamehameha team, who hasn't played a game in 9 days, not since they won the ILH championship over Iolani at Moanalua, how they will perform. They've kind of separated themselves from the rest of the teams. All the teams are staying at hotels kind of within the Iron Maihara Stadium, Wailuku area. They're staying at Kamehameha Maui's campus. And Kamehameha Maui, shout out to them for hosting them. Had a good practice a couple of days ago on the football field, which is turf. The wind is going to be a factor. It just is. It has been so far through the first 6 winners bracket games of the tournament.
Yeah.
As Kai Watanabe will lead it off here for the Bears. And the first pitch gets in there for a strike. What effects could the wind have potentially over the next 2 games that we will see?
Well, it varies, and it blows very strong. It's been blowing around 20 to 30 miles per hour, blowing towards left field or left field line. So anything hit to right field hangs in the air a lot. And we've seen some pop-ups in the infield, which really cost, I think, Mililani today their game. We've also seen the outfield. When you're a left-handed batter and you hit the ball to like left center, it will slice all the way to left field. Agbayani hit one home run today, went about 40 yards before it went out.
Osborne just clutched it. Got out number 1. Almost went right through the wickets, but he just trapped it beautifully.
Yeah, he delivers his pitch really well. He comes back and he just does a great job of making himself now, once the ball is thrown, a defender out there and helping his own cause.
One gone here. And there was Marley Sebastian, the second baseman. Sebastian, one of 2 Sebastian brothers on this team. Jackson Sebastian, excellent too. Marley, an extremely hard worker. Now it's his time to kind of step up. He's done that, and he's done it battling through injury as well. A shoulder injury. It's a 11th grader that has been great last year as a role player, but now stepping up into this spot, expected to lead. And Sebastian hitting .333 on the year as Osborne delivers a strike.
Well, that's the other thing too, Felipe. When you look at what we're seeing here in the 2 quarterfinals on TV tonight, there are some teams that can swing the bat, and this Bear team has nobody hitting under 300 in the starting lineup here tonight.
Sebastian fouls this one back to the screen. The stadium can hold roughly about 2,000. They have altered the external bleachers up the first and third base lines. They've rotated them inwards to get better viewing angles for the fans, and those stands will be packed the longer this tournament goes. Here's Sebastian upstairs.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a very packed house here tonight. Last night's ball, couple of games late, we saw overflow into those bleachers out there as well, and a raucous crowd. Last night, a very loud early afternoon crowd as well.
Bears just 3 losses on the year, all of them to Kamehameha Maui. Osborne, that one slides up high. Prego Kita said, you know, we haven't played our best brand of baseball, and I've tried everything. We tried situational, we try to keep it simple, we try and let the seniors lead, but ultimately, for the most part, despite 5 errors, got the game that they wanted, knocking off Kailua yesterday 3-1. That one high and inside again. It's ball 4, and Sebastian's on with a 1-out walk.
That one just got away from Osborne right there and all the way to the backstop. The thing with, I think you're going to see Baldwin here is they do a lot of things small ball wise. They get a guy on base, even with 1 out, they will bunt him to second base and allow that next guy up in the lineup to try to drive him in. They're always looking to make the 1 run. This is a team really that's not going to sit there and just pound the ball all afternoon.
Jevon Raboy is a fabulous third baseman for this Baldwin Bear group the last 3 varsity years. He steps in now in this spot. The HPU commit, hitting nearly 400 on the season. That's in their 4th strike. Bears started off the season winning 3 in a row, and they kind of series their games, if you will. A 3-game series against King Kekalika to start the year. Then the 6-4 loss to Kamehameha, where they lost the series to the Warriors. Quick throw over, and Sebastian just gets in there as Andres try to get the tag.
That's a great job by Andres over there just to keep the ball going down the right field line. Watch the throw. It's way off towards the second base side. He grabs it, puts the tag on him. Boy, that was a bang-bang play. And Osborne has one of those very good quick moves over to first base.
On the ground to the second baseman, Logan Akaka, who bobbled and stayed true with it. Good recovery there for out number 2 as Sebastian gets to second.
That's what you're going to see Coach Okita do too. Put the runner in motion that stays out of the double play. That was a double play ball all the way if he's not running towards second base. So now you've got what you wanted right there. You let your batter swing away. You've got a runner in scoring position, and now the clutch hitting part is for both of these teams is what they're going to have to do here to win this game.
Malu Rosaga hitting .417 on the year. Went 1 for 3 with a double. Yeah, the younger guys in this group and the 7 freshmen, they're going to be fabulous. That's expected to be the next class to really kind of stabilize this championship legacy that Baldwin's built up. It carried through from John Viella, who won the title here in 2016. Hardly, it's been almost 10 years since Baldwin won that title when John Viella was the head coach. And Shane Dudois won one a couple years later in Manoa. Greg Okita helped lead this group to the final the last time the state tournament was held here in 2022. Did he go? He did not. 1-1 the count.
It's been an interesting tournament too, Felipe. I mean, offensively, we have seen a lot of runs scored in the first innings in almost every game.
Saga sees that one sail up high. Baldwin, for the second consecutive year, did not win the MIL championship. It's the first time the Bears did not win the MIL title in back-to-back years since the 07, 08, 09 seasons, when 09 Kamehameha Maui won it, 08 Maui High won it, and then 07 St. Anthony's won it. After that, they had a stretch of a dozen straight MIL titles. And the Bears just trying to create some action now with Sebastian in scoring position.
I just think the parity this year in the MIL, well, the last couple of years now, and even Lahaina Luna, I mean, look at them this year. I mean, they were as competitive as they have been in several years, even though they won only one game. But people talked about them, and that's a good thing for them.
Oh, inside, got him.
And again, Osborne trying to establish the inside part of the plate and gets one right off the forearm, it looks like. Now a couple of runners on here, but 2 outs for the Bears.
He got big forearms too for his size, and so gets on 2 on here now for the Bears, and now here comes La'akea Ko. Ko, an all-Hawaii selection, MIL All-Star as well. Still weighing out his collegiate options. He's a very good shortstop. He's one of the best in the MIL. Put Branson Hong in that group out of Kamehameha. A lot of good ones here. But La'akea Ko battling injuries the last couple of weeks too. And for Ko, hitting .304 on the season. He was dealing with some back pain. You and I were there for that. It was very uncomfortable for him.
Yeah, he had some lower back spasms last night. He was laying on the side. Every time he came in from the playing defense, he would just lay down there, big ice pack underneath him. But man, he gutted it out last night.
Ko covered there by Uehara.
One of the few guys too that's got some alley power too. A couple of doubles on the year. This Bears team does not have a great bunch of power. It's a very good line drive, base hit singles type team.
And for Ko, went 0 for 3 in the first round against Kailua yesterday. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch 19 from Osborne. It's his own first strike. Osborne will touch around 87 or so. He seems to be a lot more crafty this year with his pitches. He's also dyed his hair this year, which is very rare for an Osborne. In fact, collectively, a lot of these guys got into playoff mode with their hair, including head coach Daryl Kitagawa. He went the whole bleach blonde. Ko swings and misses. Strike 2.
Ko had a good rip at that one. It looked like a breaking ball, just kind of hanging in the strike zone that time. Ended up missing it, swinging right over the top of it. It always seems to playoff time, they're just trying for that little extra.
Yeah.
I even saw tea leaves in guys' back pocket yesterday as well. So.
Yeah, I did too. Ko puts it on the ground towards Akaka, and the inning is going to continue. Gets by him. Sebastian will come to score.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame, the key, errors. And that was one right there where it was a routine play. He actually was shaded a little bit over at second base side. And you can take a look at it here. I mean, the ball just goes right through his legs there and then goes out to right field, and even then had a little bit of difficult time right there. Because at that point right there, I think they have an opportunity if he picks it up with a bare hand. Kind of get it in, but you know, a great job of hustling all the way. You never take anything for granted if you're on the base pass. You run it out until the coach puts up the stop sign.
There's been a lot of rough base running, by the way, in this tournament. People tripping and falling down, trying to round bags to get home. Not knowing the situations. That time Sebastian plays it all the way through as Colton Sargent swings and misses for a strike. The 6th hitter in the lineup now. Getting 409 in this spot, went 1 for 3 against the Surf Riders yesterday. Sargent, high energy for a 10th grader and a bright future. Good size, good power, solid work ethic. Sargent kind of checks it. Did it go? Yes, he did, says Steve Solskjaer, the first base umpire.
It looked like he went after that, just could not hold up the swing on that one. Now falls behind in the count. Again, Osborne struggling a little bit here in the first inning. Already up to almost 24th pitch coming up here unofficially.
Yeah, which is pretty high for him this early on. This one's upstairs. Now Kamehameha really needs to hit. And we talked about their hitting woes if they're to have any kind of chance. Baldwin has been very sound defensively in big games this year. One ball, 2 strikes. And Sargent lifts one to the left. Worsig inning over. Marcus nailed it right on the head, talking about errors and how critical they could be. I know it's early on, but remember that one. One error here in the frame and a 1-0 Bear lead.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home, a place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Zippy's batting order here for the Warriors of Kamehameha Kapalama. Logan Sanchez leads it off in Taju Ihara. Yair Sylvester in the 3 spot. Dylan Andres on his way to St. Martin's. Pretty good hitter this year here for the Warriors, hitting .413. In the back half, Worsig and Osborne, Okaka, along with Quinlan and Aleu Colburn. Here the center fielder. Bears defensively looks like this. Miyaki Matsubayashi, then Goilani in center field. Kaden Anderson's over and right. Raboyko, Sebastian Sargent on the infield with Kai Watanabe. We get to see a guy by the name of Jaden Perry Waikiki, freshman last year, pitcher of the year, all Hawaii selection according to Scoring Live. Then this year during AJA, injured his hand, took him out of the preseason. Now he recently came back and now on the big stage, Marcus.
Yeah, 2-0 on the year, 13 1/3 innings of work. All of that's been coming in April. This is his first outing in May. A 0.53 earned run average. Matter of fact, April 5th was his first outing of the year, a 1-inning stint of relief against Lahaina Luna, and then 2 starts after that, one against Maui where he picked up a win, and then a complete game shutout of Kekaulike on April 25th. So he looks like he's back in his true form from a year ago.
And so here comes Logan Sanchez, the right fielder, hitting .349 this year. Drew a walk in the game against Iolani in the ILH final. Kamehameha won the regular season and got the first of the 3 berths representing the ILH. St. Louis, by virtue of finishing second in the regular season, also got that berth, and now knocked off Mililani game 1 of the day, and now awaits their matchup after they punched their ticket into the Final Four. There you see Daryl Kitagawa. 7 seasons already for that man as a head coach. And always working for this program. I was at Costco on Tuesday, and he had a flatbed cart ready to feed his boys because they knew it could be potentially be a long game. And
well, yesterday he was telling us around the 6 or 7 o'clock, he goes, our guys just went through 15 cases of drinks.
Yeah.
We had to go out and buy 20 more.
Well, that's what happens when you have 28 guys in your roster.
That's right.
17 seniors, too.
also very dry over here lately as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I were kind of getting the cotton mouth a little bit yesterday as well.
Yeah, it was dusty. Here's Perry Waikiki. Man, he was so impressive last year for a freshman, and during the club rank from the travel ball, very, very good. Changes up his speeds. But the question was, during HHSAA, he had a comebacker, stuck out his hand, and that's how he injured his hand receiving a comebacker. Kind of jammed up, and he couldn't really recover from it. He was in a cast throughout the month of February and March. Finally got healthy. Sanchez, a sky ball to left for Miyaki Matsubayashi. Out number 1.
Well, that's another thing, too. We've heard from several coaches who are already have played yesterday and today is we got to stay away from the pop-ups.
Yes.
I mean, especially on this field over here. You can't go for the jack, trying to jack it out of here to left field. You've got to stay on top of the ball and try to stay as a true line drive or hit the ball on the ground and force the defense to work.
Dimension similar to Hans Larange this stadium. 400 straightaway center. 340 down the left line, 330 down the right line, and 370 and 60 respectively to the alleys. And we've seen 1 home run in the tournament. It came from Bruin Agbayani early on against Mililani. In fact, this entire tournament, we've had 1 ground rule double and 1 home run so far.
Yeah.
And it came at the courtesy of St. Louis.
Yes.
In 1 game. It was a 1-1 to Uehara. Ball low and outside, missed that one.
In fact, Agbayani's was an opposite field shot to left. That started off the first inning today.
Uehara trying to get off the schneid. He's been hitless the last 5 games. And this one is fouled, and that is towards Golden Coin. Somewhere there. It's a goody-goody ball, I think. Uehara, we mentioned the 5-game hitless streak, but he's still hitting .310. That's how consistent he was through the first 12 games of the season. And now punches this one to the right side, and Sargent with it for out number 2.
Good job by Sargent staying down on that ball. Nice clean grab over at first base. And yeah, you're right. Uehara is one of those guys who puts the ball in play and has been very successful offensively this year.
There's Kiai Sylvester hitting .365 this year. And 1 for 3 with a rib against the Raiders. The game against Iolani was the tournament final, which Kamehameha won. The game had to be moved to Moanalua because of rain at Central Oahu Regional Park. And because Moanalua is a turf field, they were kind enough to host them. And Kamehameha won that one easily, 9-3. And we come in here winners of their last 3 games in the I-League second round. Oh, Sylvester, big swing and a miss.
Takes a look down at Coach Kitagawa, and Kitagawa goes, stay within yourself. Puts the hand, just stay within yourself.
Jaden Perry Waikiki delivers. Sylvester deep in the hole, back end by Ko, and couldn't get a throw off in time. Good slide to his right, and Sylvester gets on.
That's what Coach Kitagawa was trying to say. Just trying to put the ball in play. He did right there towards deep shot in the hole. And you can see the play over there just not able to get a good grip on the ball to make a play. I think he may have made a close play defensively. He was able to get it on the first try.
And opted not to throw it here for Ko. Now here comes Dylan Andres.
You know, the other key here, I think, too, Felipe, is Baldwin, this is their home field, basically. And so they have an advantage over anybody else, along with Kamehameha Maui, knowing the ins and outs of this field.
Andres, who bulked up in the weight room, gained about 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Muscle tested early after he gets plunked.
Yeah, absolutely tested early right there. Look, that was a little breaking ball off the hand, kind of slipped out of the hand, looked like a Perry Waikiki. Just took it with a,
shoulder blades, yeah. If you're gonna work out, take your creatine, y'all. Pre-workout, get in there. Here's Cade Worsig. Worsig's got power. Dozen RBIs this year, 5 doubles, hitting .349. He had a homer against Iolani 9 days ago. And he shoots that one into right, down the line, back at the wall, and it's foul. Oh my goodness.
Worsig kind of stood there. He knew he got it well, but he knew he hooked it. And that's why he stood at the home plate right there. It was about 30 feet foul. He knew the wind was going to shift it more right.
You know, Worsig hit his home run over at Moanalua, but the thing is, Moanua's home run distance is 286 over in the right.
Right field, yeah.
A usual poke in the ILH. Ended up going on the top of the softball batting cages in Salt Lake. Worsig, high chopper, and flips to go. Good job from Sebastian. The inning's over. Just 1 hit in the inning and 2 left on here for the Warriors. That defense from Baldwin turning it up here in this first inning. The winner gets to the state semifinals after 1 in Maui. Baldwin on top, 1-0.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Aloha. You may have seen our commercials throughout the pandemic thanking our hardworking members. They work tirelessly to keep us powered up and connected to the world. But this goes out to all of you, Hawaii. Thank you for being so patient and supporting our members through it all. We would not be here without you. Now that we are through the worst of it, we wanted to thank all of you for your continued support. So if you see one of our members out there, make sure you give them a shaka and a
review. And now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Friday, 4 teams, 2 epic battles, 1 shot to get to the final. It's the Wale Yonamine Foundation State Baseball Semifinals, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy providers for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call Ryan. Mike's Engraving and Trophies are located in Aiea. This is within the campus of Baldwin High School. Kind of right through passing period and lunch period as well. Gorgeous day. Kids aren't walking that fast. They've just set up the video for.
Just left it there, right?
Baldwin, a great campus. One of the oldest schools in the state, and just a lot of pride and tradition. Great athletically. Baldwin softball team winning the MIL. Kind of falling short in the quarterfinal round of Campbell. But a good showing nonetheless from the Lady Bears. So here come the Bears. It's the bottom third of the order. Here's Kaden Miyake Matsubayashi. Kind of pulled on his swing and went around anyway and got there for a strike. Of course, we saw his brother Caleb last year.
Some off-speed pitches here early on here in inning number 2 for Osborne. Went with a changeup the first one and then a little breaking ball there.
In the heat, and this one punched foul towards the batting cages. Kamehameha took their practice on the Kamehameha Maui football field. This speed of that turf and this field very similar. And man, have they done a great job taking care of this field. Late last night, they're actually still mowing the grass to prepare for early this morning. As Miyake Matsubayashi gets it up and down in the center. A base hit. And .353 on the year and leads the second off with a hit.
And Miyake Matsubayashi right there off the end of the bat. And that's why it just kind of barely made it into shallow center field, but nonetheless a leadoff man aboard here for the Bears. And you've got to be thinking here, we're going to add to this run, so look for the bunt here early on.
There's Caden Anderson. Anderson, who has shown great mental toughness the last 2 years, battling through injuries. And really kind of upping his versatility, has become a nice polished player at such a young age here for the Bears. Remember, we were here last season for an MIL regular season game between Baldwin and Maui. He didn't play in one of those games because he was nursing an arm injury. Then he came back, got healthy, played in the state tournament. Osborne trying to make sure that Miyaki Matsubayashi is up and awake.
Yeah, a couple of picks over there quick just to keep him alive and get him a little bit tired, but also check to see if they're going to show bunt here at the plate as well by Anderson. Anderson not really tipping his cap.
Ball misses here towards Anderson. Aspen, Nevada bound, Eli Iwanaga, UCLA signee. So many good pitchers in this group, but ultimately you might have to come down to those 3 guys moving forward. This one bunted foul. In addition to mowing the grass late last night, early this morning, they actually brought in dirt for the entire infield, actually rolled it out and really packed it in to kind of dress it up a lot nicer. And so that whole infield, all that dirt right there, just recently brought in this morning. They got up very early to mow the grass last night and then do all of that. And
again, the wind keeps knocking that dust in the air, and it just keeps redistributing it somewhere else in the park.
And shout out to Kyle Galdera for that note too, because he was here watching some of that early this morning. And of course, Shane Dudawa, the deputy parks lead here for the county. Of course, also the head coach of Kamehameha Maui. That ball rises high for a ball.
Anderson showing bunt there again. Osman trying to keep something up in the strike zone there. Hopefully he can pop it up in the air.
Anderson has an elite level competitive fire that refuses to kind of waver. Even when he was injured, he did everything he could to try and get back in, but obviously for his safety decided to sit him out. But he's become a little bit more patient at the plate than what he was as a younger baseball player, swinging a lot of early pitches.
Yeah, they got this Kamehameha team's got 15 guys that can go to the hill. Yeah. 14 of them available today. I think 1 or 2 starting to get up loose in the bullpen here early. That's how quick Coach Kitagawa says we got to keep this a low-scoring game.
Anderson tried to push a bunt. This one's in there for a strike. And of those pitchers, by the way, the 13 of them have actually seen time, too. And the 14th one is Alakai Kiokona, who's out with Tommy John surgery. Over into center, that one's caught by Aleu Colburn. Round number 1.
Well, the Bears, again, mark that one down. That was a failed execution play there by the Bears. They wanted to get the sacrifice bunt down. They fell behind with 2 strikes. They did not opt to try to bunt again. Easy fly ball into center field.
Way to go, Aleu Colburn, too, really earning his job. I mean, he was so good during the intermediate years and JV years, and finally earning his literal stripes here for the Warriors and popping up. And man, comes in there for out number 1. Here comes Jaden Perry Waikiki. It's in there for a strike.
You talk about the outfit too. This outfit's got some good range as well. Range and decent arms out there, able to throw out guys to third and home respectively.
Oh, and the wind will test their feet.
It will. It will.
Get those guys sliding out there.
Oh yeah, and especially what we've seen the right field. I mean, we talked about before. This is the most 9-3 putouts you'll ever see is at this ballpark right here, especially the way the wind is blowing right now.
2019 on TV in our 4 games that we did out there, we got 7 9-3 outs.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a career most of the time.
Yeah, it was 6 years ago.
The key for Osborne, though, is get ahead with the strikes. He's got some good off speed right there. He gets them chasing at that Slider out of the strike zone. He's got a great changeup as well.
0-2. Here for Perry Waikiki, the 9th hitter in the card for the Bears. Got him. Upper part of the zone for the strikeout.
Kind of froze him there, throwing that off speed, then comes back with a four-seam fastball outside corner, just a little bit up in the strike zone, about thigh high. Big punch out there for Kamehameha.
Here's Kai Watanabe. You and I got to see Kai Watanabe as a catcher yesterday, kind of following him all throughout the year. His potential is through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a whip of an arm.
Yeah, we've seen some good freshmen throw.
Throw from away hard. A Sylvester safe. Oh, Miyaki Matsubayashi almost slid past the peg. Sylvester tried to stick with the tag through.
Yeah, it's just a straight steal. The throw is right on the money. A little bit on the first base side, but the tag comes down. And Miyaki Matsubayashi gets in there with that hand just ahead of the tag.
Just clinging on to the front part of that bag. The second stolen base this month for him.
And this is what the Bears do. They just keep coming after you offensively. A base here, a base there, and then all of a sudden a guy gets a clutch base hit or an error. Next thing you know, they're up 2 or 3-0.
Win really kind of pick it up now. Watanabe, this one drifts outside. Two balls and one strike. Watanabe up the first base line. Andres eats it up. Osborne got him.
Wow, that was a tough play right there. Great job. You're sticking with it the entire way. And then Osborne, little PFP right there, getting over there. Otherwise, it's a 2-0 game. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. Baldwin.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Backed by popular demand. Garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Sibby's.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download it now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. In the foreground is Baldwin's campus. In the way background, you see Eau Valley. We can go take a nice, 15-minute walk maybe, and travel up to Eau Needle. It's a nice beginner's hike, if you will. Paved out there. Got a nice stream out there. If you're going to go, bring a jacket, though. It can get really cold out there.
Sure, there's a few mosquitoes up there, too, huh?
Yeah, bring that, too. Bring some off. 73 on the gun here for Perry Waikiki as the bottom of the second rolls in. And it's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Here's Grayson Osborne. For a good amount of the I-League season, was hitting plus 400. Put him in the top 10 in batters in the league. Fans at that one. so far this year. Osmond's hitting .360. We went 0 for 3 against Iolani in the ILH final. Osmond outside. You know, for many years, there was a curse with the #1 seed. It went on about an 8-year stretch where the 1 seed got bounced from the quarterfinal round. A streak broken a few years ago. As Osmond swings and misses. It's a strikeout here for JPW.
Yeah, a lot of off speed that time from Perry Waikiki and got Osmond to go after a couple of them. He kept the ball away from him and forced him to kind of hit the ball to the right side. Osmond tried to pull off a couple of them and ended up striking out. First K of the day for Perry Waikiki.
There's Logan Akaka now. Akaka hitting .404 this year with 18 RBIs. It's among the best in the state. And cracks one to a gap in left center. Gets it down for a base hit. Akaka, with one of the hottest bats in the state, continues here in day 2 of the tournament in Maui.
Again, good swing right there. Again, off the end of the barrel, so didn't get a whole lot of juice on it, but got enough of it to pick up a single. Second hit of the ball game for Kamehameha.
Kalana Quinlan now.
Now you got to think here with the bottom portion of the order. I think Coach Kitagawa may start to get either the runner in motion, maybe a little hit and run action here. Try to stay out of a double play.
Upstairs here to Quinlan.
Sometimes when you get a game like this as a head coach, you feel that your team is just needs a little push to kind of get going, you know, physically and emotionally out there.
And stepping off here is Perry Waikiki. If there was ever a guy in this Kamehameha team that embraced the bleach blonde roll and dyeing your hair, it's Quinlan. When he takes off that helmet, it is luxurious. And he shoots that one into right. Tracking back is Anderson, who camps and collects for out number 2.
And that ball hit on the money right there, but a great job backing up on that one. Again, it's a picture-perfect way as an outfielder does it. He turns, backpedals that way, and then finds the ball, and then ends up coming right back for it.
Here's Aleu Colbert now, the center fielder, the 9th here in the card here for Kamehameha, hitting .300 on the year after getting pulled up to Vars and really settling to a starting role over in center field nicely.
And he spent the season being DH for most of the year. Swinging a better bat as of late.
I actually know his mother very well. Leslie Colbert works in our Spectrum offices in Mililani. Big
right.
part of our production.
Yeah, I've gotten emails from her before.
That's right, yeah. Back to the bag there, and wonderful Leslie Colburn has made the trip as well, supporting her son. Perry Waikiki trying to end the inning here. Gets in for a strike. So we talked about hair, right? And Lana Quinlan. Look at this. He takes this off. He looks. Look at this. Oh yeah. Look at that. He looks like he's in Dragon Ball Z. That's that is luxurious. Well done on you, Lana Quinlan. And a quick throw and
it's a balk.
Balk.
Yeah,
immediately called by Sosha.
Yeah, that's a great call over there. He did not step towards first base at all. He used and just pivoted on that foot. Watch the pivot right here.
Steven Sosha saw it immediately. So the tying run is in
Coach
position.
Yeah, Coach Okita coming out right now, getting an explanation as well.
There are 9 umpires that are working all 18 games, winners and consolation bracket of the tournament, and they all kind of rotate each other. It's an amalgam. It's a collection of all the member leagues here in the Division I tournament.
Yeah, when you talk about consolation games, the losers of the first day play the next day and they're out.
Yeah,
and then they're gone.
Because they're all guaranteed 2 games.
And that game was early this morning, like 8:30 or something.
8:45, yeah. In fact, they pushed all these other games back. So, 1-1. Runner on at second. It's Akaka. Colburn. Can he come up with a clutch hit? Colburn to right. Anderson got it. Inning over. Just when Kamehameha was going to do something, Kaden says, Kaden, we out. End of 2. 1-0.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
You only get one brain. If you take a hit to the head, take it seriously.
Don't tough it out. Report it. Tell your coach or parent how you really feel.
And look out for your teammates. If something seems off, speak up.
You've got 2 arms,
2 legs,
2 eyes,
but only one brain. Protect it.
Play hard, play safe, speak up. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com.
Well, our Wale Yonemine Foundation State Baseball Championship tournament coverage continues with a semifinal doubleheader. It's tomorrow. Note the start time, 3:45. It's on Spectrum OC 16. Those are some decent seats. I've actually sat out there before, but there also can be some dangerous seats with some fly balls that go up against the fence. It's on the third base line, actually up against where the our Great Parks crew kind of stashes all their equipment.
Yeah, last night we saw some line drives go over there.
That's why you and I were right below the fence line.
That's right.
Close to the fence and right below it. Great crowd on hand here for this first of our 2 quarterfinals.
And people don't believe us either. It gets chilly here at night. Last night we had a little bit of mist in the air as well, a couple times.
That's right. And the winner of this game will take on the BIF champions in Waiakea after knocking off Kaiser earlier today. Third innings rolls in. And it's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. There's Marley Sebastian, who walked and scored in the first. Sebastian's family is just blue-collar type people. In fact, supporting their sons, playing baseball. So they're also working concession here today. And they're going to work it for the next couple of days because it's a 4-day tournament, obviously. And
yeah, they're constantly cooking, grilling. And the burgers are just going off the shelf here quick.
Yes, it is. They're flying. 80 miles an hour in there for a strike here from Osborne. And the Bears 3 losses this year, as we mentioned. Lost the series against Kamehameha Maui. Did knock off Kamehameha Maui in the MIL tournament to force a playoff game for the MIL championship. But laid an egg in that one. Kamehameha Maui and their bats catch fire and when that went 8-0. Also a ton of walks here from the Bear bullpen, aiding in Maui's effort, Kamehameha Maui's efforts to win the league crown for the first time in 16 years. Sebastian.
Oh, Osborne thought he had that one. You could tell that was his motion of a strikeout there. He kind of leaned towards first base side, looked back, and was hoping the umpire would give him strike 3 call.
This is a similar start to what it was last year in the HHSAA semifinals between these 2 squads. And Sebastian floating when foul. Andres trying to find some space. Andres up against the fence. He caught it! Wow, what a grab!
You just can't say how difficult of a catch that was right there. The wind just gusting, and he fought through the wind, then coming back, and also had to watch out for the fence as well, not jam himself up in that. And again, that helps Osborne out well. That was a 3-ball, 2-strike count. That would have kept the batter at the plate as well.
Jevin Raboy. Strike one. He kind of looped around, ran out of real estate. Uehara is back up and just kind of up against the fence.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the catcher as well. That's exactly what he needs to do. Let him know how much space he has and how much room he is to the fence.
Went down and away here to Raboy. Baldwin had a pretty good practice the day prior to the first round beginning, so 2 days ago on a Tuesday, and still wasn't the best practice according to Greg Okita, but fine from the players. Greg Okita saying, you know what, we're gonna have to hope and pray if we're gonna beat Kailua tomorrow. And again, they did so yesterday, and won it 3-1. The boy tried to check his swing and pulled it back. It's in the zone for a strike.
I know we were asking, you mostly asking the coaches, do you need luck in this? And every coach says, yeah, we need luck. We need luck to win.
Yeah.
We don't care how we get it, as long as we win. One more than them.
Luck is viewed a variety of ways, right? You leave it up to the baseball gods, or you can kind of put yourself in a position where you can create your own luck.
Yeah, you look at St. Louis. I mean, they've gone 2 straight here. They've had a little luck in both of their wins. And now the confidence, they're going to come out tomorrow to play. That's going to be really big.
And they'll play either Kamehameha Maui or Lelehua. Fastball downstairs, misses. The boy stays patient, draws a walk.
Osborne let one get away there. A walk number 2 issued by Osborne. And again, 1 out. Anything can happen right now. I mean, you can't take anything for granted if you're the defense here for Kamehameha, because Baldwin again will either bunt or hit and run here, or even try a straight steal.
Songa. It's ready to step in. Was hit by the pitch the last time. Strike 1.
I think you come back with the same type of pitch, fastball like on the outside corner. Again, you see him reaching into his back pocket as well. They're calling out that number system again. You know, giving like 3 numbers to the batter, so the batter runner knows what is going on. It also takes some time. I've seen umpires tell them to get back in the box.
Uehara trying to get the pick off, but couldn't pull the trigger there. Ball squeezed out of the glove.
Yeah, the boy showed a couple of steps like he was going to steal towards second base, and then quickly went back to first. I think had he kept going, he would have made it easily.
You're right. One ball, 1 strike. And a quick throw back to the bag, and standing up there is Raboy. Osborne has been laser focused the last couple of years, right? Kind of emerging, and we saw him do great things at his sophomore year, which eventually won them the title. It was the first title in 20 years for Kamehameha when they won it in 2023. Osanga chopper to the third baseman. Quinlan skipped right by him. Hot there to Quinlan.
Another error, second error committed on that one. It looked like it was going to be a double play ball, but then Quinlan tried to field it on the side of him rather than getting his body directly in front of the ball. Then that ball would have ricocheted probably off his chest. He would have had an opportunity to get the runner over at first base, Osanga, to recover on that one. But when you try to field it to the side, there's no way for you to knock it down unless by the glove.
And now here's La'akea.
I think we're going to get a quick mound conference here to go over a couple of things here with one out.
Ashkan Kualua coming out here and having a chat.
Well, you asked me earlier in the pregame, I mean, who's got the most pressure? I mean, to me, it was Kamehameha. I mean, being the #1 seed, you don't want to go down. No one does, especially after the season they've kind of put together, regular season, you know, sweeping through the ILH tournament. And now they've come out here a little, you know,
jittery.
I would say, yeah, they don't look very sharp out here right now. I mean, Osborne doesn't look like the Osborne we've seen before. You know, he's missing some pitches as well. Defensively right now, they're not fielding the ball cleanly at all, especially in the infield. I mean, we've seen 3 balls, especially in that one getting by him there, knocked down by infielders and having to struggle to make the play.
This is the 3rd tournament in Maui that Daryl Kitagawa has been a part of, and superstition does live here with this program. 2019, when the tournament was here at Iron My Heart Stadium, they stayed at a hotel, or excuse me, stayed on campus at Kamehameha Maui, went further. 2022, they stayed at a hotel, got booted out there. He said, no, we're not staying in a hotel now. And just for reference, by the way, the place that I'm staying at, I'm not going to release where it is, but the place where I'm staying at, all the teams that were staying there, all lost on opening day.
They're gone.
So superstition lives.
And baseball's the worst superstition there is.
Yes.
I mean, if you think you're hitting 300 because you got your socks inside out, then keep putting them inside out, right? It's that day that you wear them correctly and you go 0 for 4. You're like,
yeah.
There's been a lot of, I think, studies done on superstition, especially in baseball.
Have there been? No kidding.
White lines, stepping on white lines. We had guys that, pitchers would take the cover, the white cover, the plastic cover off, or keep it in their pocket.
What a bunt there from Cole. Osborne a slide. Gets the out. Perfect all the way around as the runners advance. Wow. This thing was perfectly placed here by La'akea.
It really was. And it's a drag a little bit up the line right there. And, Osborne was the only player who could make that play and get the out. And he goes down here and slides. You can see right there, gets back up on one leg and has a strong enough arm to get it over there in time. But then again, it's 2 outs in the inning, but all of a sudden 2 more guys in scoring position here for the Bears. Again, that pressure mounts again. You can't afford to make a bad pitch here.
There's Sargent now. Strike 1. Colton Sargent, 5 RBIs recorded this year. 1 for 3 against the Surf Riders yesterday in that 3-1 win over the Surf Riders, and trying to create more separation. Sargent to right. This ball is caught! What a grab! Logan Sanchez!
That may be right there the play of the game for there. Sanchez, a great job right here. This ball gets by him. It's at least a double, if not a triple, and 2 more runs in for the Bears. Nonetheless, 1-0 Baldwin.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling all car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights. Then we head out to Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Island Driver TV exclusively on Spectrum OC16s on Saturday nights at 7:30 and all through the week.
This week on Fashion Sense by Valerie, we are turning up the heat with a fiery citrus spitzer you need to try. Got lash questions? I've got answers. Our real estate expert shares how to light any space like a pro. Dr. Hannah gets real about urinary incontinence, what every woman should know. We're working the half Bosu ball for a killer core and rocking monochrome from head to toe. Presented by Team Superhero Electric Inc. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Well, coming up tomorrow on Spectrum XCast, we have the Data House Division II and Division I softball championships. Note the start time, 4:30. Scott Robbs, the All-American Kelly Elms, get you covered out there. Is that the only guy that's sitting in the outfield? Look at that. That guy's living the life right now, huh?
Hey, buddy, nice seats, huh?
Yeah. He was chilling. Perry Waikiki back out for his third inning of work. 1-0 here as the bottom of the third rolls in. The #1 seed trailing here to last year's co-Division I state champs. Sanchez with a great grab. This one hugs the chalk and trickles foul. And Sanchez, the top of the order here for the Warriors.
And isn't that always the case to the guy who makes that great play to end the inning is the first guy due up?
Amen. Derek Itagaba, you know, you feel his passion, you feel his love for the game, and was an assistant before he took over the head coaching job of this program, and the program has been better for it. Oh, just dancing there, man. 68 on the gun. What a pitch from Perry Waikiki.
That was one of those breaking balls. He said, I'm just going to throw it over for a strike. If you hit it, you hit it. Wasn't trying to fool anybody.
Look at the glove. Take a seat. Embroidered in there. Sanchez. Sebastian had to wait for it. Good job to recover and vacuum it in. And out #1.
Even a low throw right there. Everybody feeling a little pressure right now, especially in a one-run ball game. You can see right there, he just bounces this one right in front of the plate. Easy play out at second. But watch the throw. He sees the speed of the runner. Sanchez had to hurry his throw a little bit.
Here's Uehara now. Uehara 0 for 1 this afternoon. That's a ball for 1-0. A good line of catchers. Bo Sylvester was a part of that group. Bruce Boucher the last several years. And Uehara swings and misses.
Those are two very good catchers that come through the program.
The best I've seen Perry Waikiki all season. Again.
Yep. And again, going back to that 7-inning complete ball game that he threw earlier this year against Kekalike, may have been just what the doctor ordered. Matter of fact, yesterday, you know, there was a lot of scuttlebutt of Perry Waikiki's going to throw. Perry Waikiki's going to throw. He didn't throw yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. To the right side. It's going to be an attempt here for Sebastian. Man alive. Had to cover a lot of ground to get out #2.
Nice job not giving up on that one at all. He knew it was going to be a difficult play for his right fielder. And so he stays with us the entire way. Dead sprint on this catch.
I think it was dying quick, and Anderson, the right fielder, had a chart. And Sebastian said, boy, I got it.
You love that, too, if you're an outfielder, especially in a ballpark like this. Love those infielders going out and not giving up on the ball.
Sylvester, high fly ball to left center. It's coming over for Miyaki Matsubayashi, and the inning is over. 5 straight retired now by Perry Waikiki, and this defense rolling right now. To the 4th we go, 1-0 here on Spectrum OC16.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Big every time, nice up your right here. When we stories way up, they go wide. 10 by 20 plus, dep on the side. Double X, yes, call it a double time. Hawaii self-storage just as big every time, right? Hawaii self-storage is the place to be. Guaranteed from the boys of BET. So come on down to Hawaii self-storage. So come down, respect here, yeah. Hawaii self-storage, #1. Check it.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Friday. One final day, one final chance, one shot at glory. It's the Data House State Softball Championships, only on XCast, exclusively on Spectrum.
Right through the drive-thru for the Jack in a Box game summary. It's a pitcher's duel right now, but those two errors here for Kamehameha, costly. Eventually got a run home here for the Bears. It came in the first inning. It's 1-0 with the winner to take on Waiakea, the fifth champions and the number 4 seed, tomorrow on Spectrum OC16. So right now, I mean, despite that one run, Kamehameha has done a good job holding the fort. And for the Bears, I mean, you want to get every single run you can here against a good team, because we've seen late game comebacks here from the Warriors before.
Yeah, and the Bears haven't been retired in order yet. I mean, the lowest men that they've sent to the plate was back in the second inning when they sent 4.
This one to Quinlan. This bowler's high. Man, this infield having a near nightmarish time fielding. Right side, left side, all sides.
Yeah, I mean, at the third error of the ball game, second by Quinlan right here. And again, he just doesn't field it cleanly. And he's lucky that didn't come into a second error, but the ball just ricocheted there. They had a lot of guys backing up the play and holding over at first base. It's Miyake Matsubayashi.
There's Caden Anderson.
So again, we talked about it. They're going to keep putting the pressure on you. I mean, it's small ball, small ball, small ball on a base hit here. Especially the bottom part of the order here for the Bears.
Anderson tries to drop one down. That's in there for a strike. Anderson, we talked about that competitive fire. He says, you know, I just don't like losing. And it has motivated him to be a better teammate, be a better player. Really making more significant impacts, staying relatively injury-free this year. Although Baldwin has been bitten by the injury bug midway through the MIL season. We kind of chronicled that. Anderson drops it down. Osborne going to be close here. Good enough. No, let's see here. They're going to send the runner back to first.
Yeah, this is the second time I have seen this happen in the tournament. And I'm guessing he is outside the baseline or the white chalk area running down the first base. I saw it happen also. I'm trying to recall the game, but it was one of the early games yesterday. It's a great bunt. I mean, this was a perfect bunt up the first base line. Watch the batter runner heading down there now, Anderson. And here's the, see how far, and then all of a sudden he goes ricocheting back into the white inside the line. But again, it's the second time it's happened, and again, it goes back to our thought. Like I said, I was talking to you yesterday. You know, softball's got it. I saw AAA have it now. You put the extra bag in foul territory. That way, you keep away from anything like that happening.
We got word from the HHSAA official score interference on the batter. In which case was that situation there. Ball dead. They'll send the runner back.
An advantage right there for Kamehameha in that instance.
And one out. Uehara's going to unload. Sylvester got him.
That's a great job by Sylvester at short, staying with the tag. It's the second time he's done that. The throw was in there, but it had to short hop Sylvester. He picks it, then stays with the tag. Hand comes off the bag right there, only a couple of inches. That's a great call.
It's a great shot by our crew. Just sandwiched the hand on the dirt. No bag. 2 out. Perry Waikiki, 9th in the order. And that's strike 2. You see this a couple times with Sylvester, just kind of like sticking right to the runner. And Miyake Matsubayashi. And Osborne giving some love to his catcher, Uehara.
Yeah, Uehara's been doing a good job of getting the ball down to second base, but it's been short hopping Sylvester a couple of times now. That time Sylvester was able to pick it, stay with the tag. Boy, that was a huge defensive sequence there for Kamehameha.
Gets him fanning. And just like that, the inning's over. Osmond sends him walking. Halfway home in this one. Bears still lead 1-0.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippies. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Who will win the Division II State Championship? Live from Les Marcami Stadium Saturday on Spectrum OC16. It'll be the baseball championships on Saturday. 4 o'clock. It'll be the Division II championship. And you know who's going to be calling that? Scott Robb, their buddy. And then the baseball debut. And she's going to do a bang-up job. The All-American Kelly Elms working that game.
Right.
So
hats off to her. She said, hey, if Marcus can come over here, I can go over there.
Yeah, that's what happened. Bottom of the 4th. Dylan Andres leads it off here for Kamehameha. Baldwin's done tremendous work defensively here. And for Kamehameha, you're kind of falling flat right now.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, you're right. That last inning may have picked up their confidence level a little bit.
Andres lifts one. Miyaki Matsubayashi out number 1.
Fifth fly out, or actually 6. There's also a pop-up as well. So 6 pop-ups, 2 complete innings of just really easy plays for the defense here for the Bears.
Left fielder, number 22.
There's Cade Worsig now.
Worsig.
And boy, getting Perry Waikiki back has really kind of put the Bears, giving them that extra nod that they need here in the tournament, because they're going to have to win 4 to win it all. So it gives you that arm that you look for, because during the regular season, he was not one of the really first or second or third starting pitcher in the rotation.
Worsig, 2-hopper to Sebastian. Yes, sir. A lot of these guys play club ball together. That chemistry, I'm saying, kind of carries from there to high school ball. And Baldwin has a very nice infield that they can kind of practice on campus. They don't have a full baseball field on their campus. And occasionally during the MIL season, if this venue's open, they'll have a full practice out here, but they put a lot of work into that facility. Osmond, high chopper, this one goes foul.
And you look at what they do here. I mean, in between games, before the game, I think we counted like 7 or 8 county workers out here just putting the thing together. And we've seen about, this is our 7th game that we've seen in 2 days. A lot of true hops out here. I mean, the infield is just like AstroTurf the way it bounces out there, so you're not going to get a lot of bad hops.
Not only that, they put an OC16 logo behind the mound.
Yeah.
And the HHSAA logo, so we appreciate the county. Much love. That is missed there to Osborne. 1-1. Right there, the OC16 is facing left, so if you're reading it, so.
Okay.
No, you can kind of see it right there in the foreground, right? It's facing us now. It's best appreciated when you see it live. Chop to the ground, La Keiko.
Smooth.
like butter. Coming up on Saturday, we'll have the Division I championship and then the Division II championship for you. Back with more here on Spectrum OC16.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Redecorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Waliunamini Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Hey, big mahalo to Iron Horse Repair Inc. for their donation of a refrigerated truck in support of the 2025 state tournament. It's a locally owned and operated company that keeps the cooling chain of Maui going. Over 50 trucks. They have a team of mechanics skilled in their field. They service their own trucks. They are giving a free rental for the refrigeration needs of the concession stand here in the tournament. Nice. So everyone at Iron Horse, we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting high school sports and supporting the great athletes of the MIL and the HHSAA. Oh, running out of outs here, and still nobody fully able to break through just yet. Bears clinging to a 1-run lead.
Yeah, you get the feeling that the Bears are up by 3 at least by this point right now, because they've been doing everything right defensively, pitching, and they put the pressure on the defense.
Right side, Akaka. That might be the best ground ball he's fielded today. Stays true to it. It's out number 1.
Again, you're also seeing Osborne too, starting to kind of get in a little bit of a groove as well.
Second baseman.
Still got some activity in the bullpen for Kamehameha. And we talked about the stamina too as well for Osborne. Has not had a complete game this year. So I think, Coach Kitagawa looking for a strong 5, maybe even up to 6 max. Especially when you got enough arms in the pen, you can bring in 4 or 5 guys and play lefty righty against the batters.
Wow. Those arms won't mean anything if they don't get by today.
That's true.
Right now Osborne kind of holding down the fort still. Here's Sebastian. It's been awesome here today. Takes that one for a strike. These 3 errors, by the way, are the most for Kamehameha this season since April 22nd. In the game against Mid-Pacific, he had 5 errors in that game.
Wow.
Against the Owls. Still won the game 5-2.
That was the first game of the Owls tournament, right?
Right. Remember, Warriors lost the regular season finale to St. Louis. But by that time, Kamehameha had already locked up the regular season title and the first of the 3 berths. Hard hit shot. Andres eats it up. Says, I got it.
Nice clean grab over there by Andres and waving off Osborne instead of taking himself. Again, now you're starting to see the ground ball outs here the last couple of innings off the hands of Osborne, which means now his pitches are down. We saw early in the game, first and second innings, a lot of high fastballs, a lot of breaking balls left up in the zone. Maybe even overthrowing a little bit at times.
Here's Ravoy. Be a nice fit over at Hawaii Pacific University, playing in the Pac-West Conference, another 30-win season for that group. as they kind of chug along through the Pac-West Baseball Championship Tournament. It's nice to see the Division II schools in the Pac-West. A number of them in the 50th state, right? UA Chilo, Chaminade, who just recently started a program. Chad Konishi now in his second year at the program. Just another venue for these guys, and maybe not go to D1, but find a way to maybe get to D1.
Yeah.
Because everyone's route is different. And even JC, NAIA, if you can find a spot, you can find a college for you,
absolutely. Good
on you.
Absolutely. They are very competitive, especially the California JCs. And again, get your core classes out of the way anyway. You know, in the first 2 years of school, get yourself an AA degree and move on to a D1 and start the rest of your career.
Boy, fans at that one. And the inning is over. Third strikeout here for Osborne. But this team needs some hits. All the emotion, all the pressure, all the stress building up here. Time to stretch in Maui in the state quarterfinals.
Aloha, I'm Merlinda Garma, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
In next week's episode of Ultimate Japan, we'll be taking the Hawaii people to Nakayama rice fields and have an awesome lunch right next door. Then we visited Shoroshima Olive Park. What a wonderful experience. We also went on a ropeway and finally an awesome yakiniku dinner. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
Jaden Perry Waikiki really well established himself during the club ranks, but really kind of transformed his body into the offseason. That freshman year can bring a lot of stress, but he did not carry any of that. And we saw him during the MIL regular season last April, through the state tournament last May. Here he is in May of 2025. Solid showing so far. 4 innings of work, just 2 hits, a strikeout. Had a lot of help from this infield and outfield, and it has been clicking here for the Bears. And this one just cracked into center. Gets down for a base hit. Logan Akaka. Perfect so far. 2 for 2.
Akaka first ball swinging, goes after the first pitch he sees. It's a fastball, grooves right down the chute. Smashes it in the center field.
At the bottom half of the lineup can really help supplement the offensive futility in the top half. Go a long way here for Kamehameha. Waiakea is a really good hitting team in the Biff. And they have watched this game very closely to see who they are going to meet. They knocked off Kaiser earlier today to get to the state semifinals. Here's Quinlan. Up high. These are the kind of situations, I know it's still a little early on here in this particular inning, that Craig Okita says, all right, how are our kids going to handle pressure? We try to put them in situations, but it's a lot different when we're doing it on campus and when we're doing it in my MIL or postseason game. 2 balls.
The last thing you want to do here for Perry Waikiki is end up walking the batter, especially when they're opting to give himself up and give you an out.
Quinlan puts it down. Perry Waikiki blitzing. The throw. Safe.
That's a great bunt by Quinlan right there. You saw him deaden the ball off the barrel of the bat. Again, not pushing the ball. Let the ball come to you. Deadens the ball right out in front of home plate. Only two people can make that play. Catcher at first baseman, and Perry Waikiki came up and just threw over the first base, not in time. Quinlan really got out of the box lightning quick that time.
It's the fourth hit here for the Warriors. And now here comes Colburn. Now you dream of making varsity, you find success early on in your Kamehameha career. Now here you are in the state tournament with nobody out and a base hit away from tying the game. Drifting outside. It's probably the most adversity that Jaden Perry Waikiki has faced now in this game.
You're absolutely right now. What kind of defensive play will Coach Okita put on here for the Bears? Will he try to crash everybody? No, he's going to come out and talk about it first. Knowing the situation and what this is why you practice all of these situations throughout the regular season. When you face them in a game time, it becomes second nature for you. So if you believe that they're going to bunt, I'm crashing both my first baseman and my third baseman and trying to make that lead play over at third to get the force. Have my shortstop go cover third base bag, my second baseman go cover first base.
When we talk about hits, right, there's 4 already. Look at the top 6 batting averages here and how close they are. Yeah. Kamehameha and Baldwin just 0.02 of a percentage point away from each other, but their second in total hits are the Warriors in the HHSAA. Because Kaiser the best hitting team at 351.
I'll tell you what though, Lele Hua going through some of their stuff today and this morning, that team right there could cause a lot of damage for somebody, especially if they're not throwing their ace or at least their top 2 guys. They can swing the bats. We saw that earlier with them in the tournament with 8 hits in like the first couple of innings. Kind of pull a mild upset against Iolani yesterday.
Colburn fouls that one. Kamehameha has always had really good, successful teams in the ILH at the lower level. This year, the Kamehameha Blue team won the intermediate championship for the 3rd consecutive time. They defeated Punahou Blue. A lot of those intermediate guys that kind of win the ILH championships, they thrive at the varsity level. Every Kamehameha guy you've seen really over the last 5 years or so has found success at that level and at the varsity level. There's Perry Waikiki, who's stepping off now.
Colburn not showing bunt on that one, taking another long look down at Coach Kitagawa at third base. The corners are in here for the Bears. Look like they're going to be charging that way.
Colburn with just 1 RBI this season. Drops this one down. Coming after it. Raboy, the throw to third. Gets the lead runner out. What a play all around here for the Bears.
They had the right defensive signal call. Raboy does a great job charging down the line. Now watch how quickly he gets this ball out of his glove. He knew he only had a split second to make the play and just in time.
Toe covers the third base bag well. Yep, got him easily after Akaka was trying to slide in.
Now if you're Kamehameha, you take off probably the bunt signal here because you need to score some runs.
The top 3 hitters in the lineup here for Kamehameha combined 1 for 6. And the Warriors are 0 for 3 here today with runners in scoring position. Tying run 2 bags away. Sanchez, strike 1. Every game so far in the tournament's been very, very good. This one no different so far.
Yeah, a lot of tight ball games. Each one really boiling down to pitching and defense. Yep. I mean, those are the two fundamentals that every coach preaches throughout the regular season, but we've seen it throughout the first 7 games here.
And now we have the bleed over crowd, meaning the fans from the second game starting to arrive for their game. And now the external bleachers are starting to fill up. And now this has become really a noise machine.
Along with the parrots above our heads.
That's right. Yeah, there are a bunch of parrots that are just making nest. Bottom of the 5th. There's a 1-1. Strike 2.
That's a beautiful pitch there by Perry Waikiki. Took a little bit something off of that one, but just got the outside corner. And we've got some action now brewing in the Bear bullpen. Looks like a couple of guys up and throwing.
Logan Sanchez, 9 RBIs this season. 0 for 2 today. Here's a 1-2. It's forthcoming. And every pitch has just magnified the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Especially you get deep into the tournament, deep within an inning. Sanchez, oh, he got underneath it. Uppercuts it to Raboy.
The infield fly rule.
Pointed up there by Paul Robinstein. It's out number 2.
Again, a good pitch by Perry Waikiki. Again, took something off of it, and then just Sanchez just kind of lifted it into the left side of the infield. You can see the uppercut swing here on this one. You can see here they put the head down. He knew he just got a decent pitch, but just could not deliver the knockout blow here for it.
And coming in here for Kamehameha is Isaiah Elixa, who will come in here for Kamehameha. Elixa, who is hitting 200 on the year. How about this pressure? 5 RBIs this season. He's hit a couple of doubles. Oh, it hits him. Force out at any bag with 2 outs here in the 5th. But the base is juiced here for the boys from the Hill.
And Coach Kitagawa coming in and probably will have a re-entry over at first base. Or a pinch runner.
Looks like Cohen Sardina, number 5. Here for Kamehameha. And now it rests on Kiai Sylvester.
And people ask too, why would you pinch run with the guy at first base with the other 2 bags occupied? Well, in case there's a ball hitting the hole, it's short. You got that extra speed there. That will keep the shortstop from trying to force you at second base.
Now another conference up on the bump.
Yeah, so anything happens here. I think there's like 13 ways to score from third base.
It's the best opportunity here. And Kamehameha watched a little bit of the Mililani game, where Mililani had the bases loaded 2 separate occasions against St. Louis in a 1-run game in the 3rd and the 5th inning. And St. Louis's defense able to kind of escape and evade the threat. Strong defense. Forced pop-ups. Jonah Brubb pitched brilliantly. Ronald Martinez at 3rd was excellent. And this is the best scoring chance that Kamehameha has had all night. She's Sardina. Kiai Sylvester. His brother Bo Sylvester was a great catcher for this program. Kiai, a great player, kind of following him through the Cal Ripken ranks on OC 16. His brother Bo now over at Oklahoma State, thriving. Can baby bro do big boy things here in the state tournament?
Now this is the battle within the war right here. Who's going to win this battle? It could determine who wins the war. And Perry Waikiki going with a breaking pitch there, catching the outside corner. Pins and needles right now.
Sylvester fouls this one back. 0-2.
Perry Waikiki way out in front right now on Sylvester. He can throw just about anything up there at this point. Sylvester's going to have to choke up a little bit and try to just punch the ball somewhere in play.
Time taken here by Sylvester. Sylvester had the first hit for Kamehameha here today in the first inning. Baldwin's played very clean ball. No errors here. And now a chat with Daryl Kitagawa and the home plate umpire, Paul Robinstein.
Now maybe something he noticed out there about Perry Waikiki working from the wind-up position and where his feet were maybe located.
And a balk would tie the game. Get a balk called earlier on a leg buckle. 0-2. Sylvester fouls this one up, and this is off the roof. I'm scared some of the parrots.
One asked the other, is that thunder?
Yeah. It's a big boom. Say it all the time, can't simulate this pressure in practice.
No, this is what you dream about at this age, at the 17, 18 years old. Either as a pitcher, a defensive player, or a batter here. Visualizing it.
The 0-2 to Sylvester. He's high.
Boy, not by much.
That's a spot where Perry Waikiki has been effective today. Quinlan is the tying run. He is 90 feet away. Sylvester on the left, Perry Waikiki on the right. Here's a 1-2. Sylvester eaten up by Rampoy. Inning over. It's Perry's posse to drop the mic in the 5th inning. Rampoy, the future shark, the big fish here. 1-0 Bears.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Hawaii's Longshoremen.
Our Hawaii Longshore Division knows it takes all hands, and it's with hard work, dedication, and aloha that the women on the waterfront help keep our harbors on the move. From administration to dockside, they're a vital part of our union, lifting each other up and carrying our islands forward. Together we stand Ohana strong. We are the Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, our islands.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kapolei hardware store. Here at Hardware Hawaii Kapolei, we got you covered for all your project and essential household needs. Got a building project? With our main lumber yard, we got all the materials you need for your job. And like Brother Lloyd says,
whether it be for home or work, we got it. We're in the heart of Kapolei, ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kapolei.
Friday, 4 teams, 2 epic battles, 1 shot to get to the final. It's the Waliunamini Foundation State Baseball Semifinals, only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Coming up, we'll have the Division I championship game on Saturday. Note the start time, 6:45. Just one championship game for you. It's the final game of the 2025 playoffs. It's on Spectrum OC16. YK chilling?
Oh, yeah.
Boston Kobayashi at the top. Chris Honda on the phone right there. And remember the last time we were in Maui for the state tournament? It was YK as a 3 seed to win it. This one cranked high and off the roof again. It's strike 1. Malu Rosanga begins the 6th inning here for the Bears. That's championship experience for you, right? Bears who've been to the last 5 state quarterfinal or the last state semifinal rounds, I should say, and going for 6 consecutive. And they felt the pressure, right? Winning big. 2018 won the title with Shane Duduwa, knocking off Waiakea. Remember, they lost to Mililani in the 2019 semifinal round on a wild pitch. One of 2 wild pitch wins for the Trojans that year. And of course, Punahou won it in 2019, the state title. The championship experience does matter, and when you grow up in the Baldwin program, there is a high expectation to uphold that legacy. And
well, also, too, I mean, you wonder if they got a little chip on their shoulder, too, right? I mean, the first time they have not won the MIL now in consecutive seasons, the regular season, nor the tournament.
Yeah, they came back with a vengeance. Here's Osmond's delivery. Sung up. Left center. Oh, no. Colburn right after it.
Well, this takes me to the talk that you and I had with Coach Okita, I think it was last night. You can see the drive right here towards left center field. It had extra bases written all over, but nice job by Colburn going over there, tracking it the entire way. This time of the evening, between now and almost maybe 7 o'clock, it's very difficult on the outfielders, especially with the ball up in the air. He said it's the dusk over here, it's hard to track, especially on a clear night.
There's Lakerko. Checked it a little bit and fouls that one. Craig Okita was joking when I saw him in practice a couple of days ago. He's like, I don't know, man. I might have to pray. I could, do a dance or something, or pray to something. Get that good juju vibes.
Yeah. But again, it's hard. It's hard to kind of, bet against a Kamehameha Maui or a Baldwin, especially here at home. It's a field that they know all too well, and very few of the teams here have probably played on this field. Some may have come over for one of the tournaments in the preseason, but still, yeah, it's not the same kind of atmosphere.
Yeah. The stadium does a great job of hosting 3 big preseason tournaments in February. Of course, Baldwin's usually the last one. Maui High puts on one. Inke put on one. Bears got to play the Crusaders. Fell on the first day of that preseason tournament. Played Kailua as well. And then the Bears travel to Oahu, and they typically don't have great showings in the preseason, but they figured it out, right? It's just kind of a tester, a feeler, to see what's out there, what to look out for. The coaching staff here, Craig Okita, who's an assistant under Shane Duduwa. Shane Duduwa then leaves, gets released, goes to Kamehameha Maui. Craig Okita takes over, leads them to the state final last year, gets a co-championship honor. Cole lifts one in the air to left, going back and making the grab is Worsig.
I thought that ball had home run written all over it. It looked like he got underneath it enough, the wind blowing back. Worsig does a great job tracking this one the entire way, then has to pivot back and turn around and get it.
I see a lot of outfielders kind of flip the hips, change directions, and chasing fly balls out there, and Worsig just shy of the track, able to pull that one in. It's Colton Sargent now. Sargent tries to go oppo right towards Sanchez, inning over. Well, for your outfield cycle, if you will, we got an F8, an F9, F7. Bottom of the 6th we go.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Kai was born to surf. Lonnie loves to dance. Jessica is her dog's best friend. What if they were your family and they got killed crossing the street? Each year in Hawaii, about 100 people die on our roads. We have a plan to get that down together. Not to 50 or 25, but to 0. Visit visionzero.hawaii.gov to support safer roads and save lives.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Friday, one final day, one final chance, one shot at glory. It's the Dana House State Softball Championships, only on XCast, exclusively on Spectrum.
Kamehameha Maui. You see Branson Hong, number 11 on the right side out there. Duke Aloy, a couple of 4-year varsity guys, all of them excited. I went to practice, and they were a little surprised why I was there. And they're like, what you doing here? I'm like, well, if you're on TV. They're like, what? We're on TV. I'm like, yeah.
They didn't know? Yeah. I guess Coach Dudewa didn't fill them in yet.
Yeah, well, Shane didn't know, yeah, but it's just like, what? Brackett came out, and always going to have the Maui teams on TV. Potentially have Baldwin on twice, at least. Right now, they have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th, and the Warriors, who left the bases loaded in the 5th, not drive the tying run home, and now they have 6 outs to try and get at least 1 run.
Yeah, Perry Waikiki has just been fantastic here going into the 6th inning. Little 4-hitter shutout.
And it's Andres, middle third of the order here for Kamehameha. Andres, sky ball right side towards Sebastian, then Sargent calls him off and pulls it in.
Now another pop-up, easy one in the infield here. I was watching as the ball was up in the air, and Coach Kitagawa at third base just crossed his arms, and it's like, oh boy. You know, it's one of those days, and we've heard coaches talk about this the entire week over here. You know, if we stay out of the air, we'll be okay.
It's in there for a strike. Remember, Kamehameha this year 5-1 in games decided by 3 runs or less.
Wow.
Again, the only pimple and would have been a perfect record is the loss to St. Louis 6-4. Miyake Matsubayashi, out number 2.
Pitcher, number 17.
The guy's just so calm, so smooth.
And he plays left field very well. Got some range, got an arm out there as well.
In there for a strike. Man, Perry Waikiki is just on another level right now. Very economical. Look at his pitch count, 68 right now.
Yeah, he's less than 70 at this point in the 6th inning. That's been the biggest difference in the game. Again, it's not like he's striking out guys. He's just letting his defense work behind him.
Ooh, Lockhair Code just got the 2 on the bag for Sargent. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. Just like that. Off we go to the 7th in this presentation of the Wale Onemene Foundation State Baseball Championships quarterfinal round. From Maui on OC16 continues after this.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
It was important that 15 Craigside allow pets because Viva, our Havanese, is part of our family.
We looked at all the other alternatives for senior living, and 15 Craigside presented the most comprehensive senior living services, including guaranteed lifetime care.
From our personal experience, what I would say to anyone considering moving into 15 Craigside is don't wait, because the window of opportunity might not be there when you're ready.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Wale Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
To the 7th we go, and a new pitcher here for Kamehameha. It's Kaikai Kaneshiro, who pitched in that ILH final, did 2 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and a couple strikeouts. He's only walked 5 batters this year, and his ERA is at 1.2. So trying to stabilize things with the Warriors trailing by 1. And this is crunch time for both of these teams right now. This third quarterfinal matchup.
Yeah, he's been one of the best late relievers for Kamehameha this season. He's also doubled as a DH for most of the season as well.
That guy's one of the more humble, hard-working kids. Great work ethic you can find. Faith a big part in his life. A couple words to himself before he takes action. Now he steps up and steps in, trying to limit this thing to just a 1-run hold to the bottom of the inning. Can Baldwin throw the lead? Hard shot up the middle, into the glove there, and got him! Sylvester!
Well, that was Ozzie Smith-like out there by Sylvester at short. You can watch Kaneshiro right here, let it go right by him. He didn't want to touch it. And look at the hop right there and the release and almost the slide through the cleats and everything. That was a great play defensively by the young man.
My goodness. Here's Anderson. Kaikai Kaneshiro won an Impact Player Award last year in the state tournament. Here he is now. And back to Kaneshiro for out number 2.
I always wonder how close is too close for the pitcher to get to the first baseman. You know, Kaneshiro had a lot of energy right there. He was less than 10 feet away from the pitcher when he started to, his little flip over.
Here in the bottom part of the lineup, Darren Lewis is going to hit. So Lewis this year is 3 for 15, hitting 200. 5 RBIs on the year as well. Lewis gets some time in the 9 spot, in for Perry Waikiki, and takes that one for a strike.
Maybe one of the things. We saw some activity in the Bears bullpen an inning ago, but I think this don't want to really have Waikiki really exert himself out there offensively at this point. I think they're going to bring him back out for the 7th, I think.
Yeah, 69 pitches here for Perry Waikiki, too. And Kaneshiro knocks him down. And so it comes to this here for the number 1 seed in the tournament. It is do or die. Down 1. Bottom of the 7th. State quarterfinals. High drama ahead on Spectrum OC 16.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Backed by popular demand, garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippies.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home, a place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
Man, there is high tension, and you can feel it here in the ballpark at Iron My Horror Stadium. Can the Baldwin Bears, on a second consecutive night, take down a powerhouse? Did it to Kailua yesterday. Can they take down the 1 seed and hand them an early exit in the tournament?
Well, this is what the MIL really geared themselves up for. One, a 3-game series for the regular season to develop 3 starting pitchers and also have a chance to win a state title. So
Logan Akaka leads it off here. It's the bottom third of the order for the Warriors. If there's ever a guy that you would want to lead off an inning, it's him. It's 2 for 2 here on the day. A couple of singles. Akaka snacks one, and that boy's 3 for 3.
Everything just got a little bit more interesting, Felipe.
Tying run on.
And again, it puts the bunt situation back in play here. You've got to play for the tie, especially if you're the home team here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Look for the bunt here. I don't think they're going to be off trying to steal or hit and run. You don't want to hit into a double play, line drive somewhere.
Warriors had the bases loaded in the 5th. Their best scoring opportunity. Bunt down. Perry Waikiki. Out 1. Akaka to second.
Yeah, good communication between Perry and his catcher that time. He never even looked back at second base. He knew the only play he wanted to do was get the out over at first. Again, every time that Perry Waikiki has been challenged in this game, he's responded well.
You know, we had Colburn in this spot. We had Alexa in this spot. Looks like Caleb Flores will be in this spot now. Caleb Flores will step in a big moment here in the 9 spot.
And it's so important if you're a guy on the bench to keep yourself in the game as well. You never know when you're going to be called upon. Sometimes coaches have an idea, especially coming out for the inning, to get loose, but that's too late for you. You've got to be getting ready for this instance an inning or 2 ago.
Outside off the plate, ball 1.
One of the toughest things to do in baseball, pinch hit.
Let alone in a state tournament game. Akaka parked over at second base, the tying run. So 1-0 to Flores. Strike 1.
He's not going to get cheated, that's for sure. Oh, talk about the drama here.
Baldwin knocked Kamehameha out of the tournament last year in the semifinal round after losing to them the year prior in the state championship game. Here they are for the 3rd consecutive tournament, duking it out. Flores. Did it go? Did not.
Wow.
I thought it looked like he went.
But Kamehameha got away with one right there. I mean, that was clearly a swing.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, 2. Beautiful pitch right there by Perry Waikiki. Fastball on the outside. Here's that half swing. Watch the bat come through. Well, wow, from our angle up here, it looks more past the plate.
Closer than most. Just.
Okay, I take back what I said.
Same. 2-2. Flores fouls it back to the screen. Trying to get on some way, somehow, to get to the top of the order, even though they haven't really produced, but just to try and build some momentum here for the Warriors.
Just want to put the ball in play here if you're Flores. Put it on the ground somewhere.
Sliding outside, Perry Waikiki with a nice strong relationship with a young catcher in Kai Watanabe. Those two.
Yeah, Watanabe's done a great job back there this week.
Ever calm, ever present, and they play in a lot of pressure situation games during the MIL season. Trying to win series, trying to win the regular season, trying to win the tournament. Full count, 3-2. Flores hits one deep to right, and carrying there's Anderson, and no tag from second. Oh, almost doubled him off, but back to the bag with Akaka.
That's a great swing by Flores, but hit it into the jet stream in right field. Anderson does a great job getting the ball back in quickly because the tag was Akaka at second. He puts it right on the money, but Akaka is like, uh-oh, I better get back. And well, I don't think he would have been thrown out at third, for sure. That was a great relay, and you never want to make the last out at third. You still can score on a base hit here.
Top of the order here, Sanchez. Covered there.
Again, another ball in the dirt and a great block back there.
I don't think anything's gotten back to the backstop here.
It has not today.
It's pretty good.
And Waikiki's bounced a few of them down there too with the breaking ball.
Sanchez 0 for 3 in a game where Kamehameha collectively has had 5 hits but 3 errors. And that number 3 may haunt them here. Sanchez punches one. Go. And it kicks off of him. He's been flawless all night. And Kamehameha still has life.
You're sure right about that. It looks like he let the ball play him a little bit. As the ball comes up, it took an extra hop up in his chest area. A lot of people say the ball would have played him on that instance there. Instead of coming up and making that play one step earlier. Oh boy, what a time to get your first error of the ball game for the Bears.
Warrior fans get loud. It's Uehara now. Uehara had a heck of a ride in this one as the catcher for Kamehameha. And now time taken.
Now you see Perry Waikiki stepped off the mound a little bit, went off outside the dirt area, licked his fingers.
And it'll be Sardina back into run over at first base for Sanchez. You see that one here. Cole's been absolutely awesome here tonight, but now trying to atone. There's still 2 outs. Any ball that gets by, Akaka is streaking home.
Oh, yeah. And now the pressure's back on the infield. Now, any misplay out there, they got a tie ball game.
It's Uehara. You see Sardina, who came into courtesy run for Uehara earlier. Now he's pinch running here for Sanchez.
And I'm looking down to the Bear bullpen. It is quiet down there. This is Perry Waikiki's game to win or lose.
Pitch 83 forthcoming. Check third, no throw first.
After Sardina, you don't want to get caught in that little third to first move. Kamehameha likes to run though.
2. Nothing is easy in the state tournament.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Uehara just took a long look down at Coach Kitagawa. Kitagawa pointed to his head and says, be smart at the plate.
Uehara. Ball 3.
I've never seen this very often, but he took a look down at Coach Kitagawa again, and Coach Kitagawa just put his hand out and just says, 1, just take 1. So everybody at the ballpark knows right now he's not swinging.
All these guys play high-level travel baseball games, right? The club level. Nothing can prepare you like a state championship tournament game. They are feeling it here in full effect right now. 2 outs. Uehara draws a walk. And now a base hit could potentially win the game here for the Warriors.
I think it's time for a quick mound visit, I think, from Coach Okita, just to settle things down a little bit out there and remind the players, hey, 2 outs in the inning. Take it the out wherever the ball takes you if it's hitting the infield.
And here is that mound meeting you're talking about, at least with the players on the infield. And there comes the coaching staff here for the Bears.
Wow.
Kelly Sylvester now.
Boy, what an interesting game this has been, right?
Right.
1-0, and a little thing, any little thing, as you mentioned earlier, magnifies the entire game, or even that miscue or base hit or whatever it is. Again, doing 2 things. 1, settling down Perry Waikiki. This is your game. This is your win. Go back to what you were doing well and remind the infielders, hey, ball hits your left. If you got the force play, it's second or it's first or whatever, take it there.
High drama here. Game 3 of the day in the winners bracket tournament. Again, the winner will take on Waikea tomorrow at 4 o'clock on Spectrum OC16. Waikea got there by knocking off Kaiser 4-2. Kamehameha Maui and Lelehua on deck.
Interesting stat right now. Kamehameha 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position today.
Sylvester can get the hit of his life. He got a hit earlier in the game in the first. Since then, gone empty. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Sylvester. Ball 1. Oh. Ooh. Sweeping ball that goes outside.
Yeah, that one almost got away from Watanabe back there. Again, you've got to be feeling, too, that Perry Waikiki is on his last gallon of gas.
Ball 2.
Now you can see right now, Coach, looking down Sylvester to Coach Kitagawa, he says, if I can read hand signals, get on top of the plate. That way, if he tries to throw and misses inside, you get beamed. Or he misses for ball 3.
Hugs it. 2 out of Sylvester. Strike 1.
Nice response there by the young man.
Pressure situation, even trying to bring some levity, trying to stay calm here. Kamehameha with 5 hits here tonight. A 6 would be massive. Sylvester lifts one to left. Miyaki Matsubayashi pulls it in, and the Baldwin Bears moving on to the state semifinals.
Wow. What a great win by the Bears on that one. They made it interesting, though, in the 7th inning.
Under pressure situations, with the bases loaded, Baldwin proves that they are the Iron Men in Maui. Bearing down late again. The Bears pull it off with a strong defensive stand all the way around. And the MIL runners-up have moved one step closer to the crown. Sylvester gave it a ride, but again, it's Miyaki Matsubayashi. Absolutely perfect tonight. That one catch moves them one step closer to the title. 1-0 Baldwin.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Number 1 is done. 1-0 the final. Baldwin does it again. They are moving on to the state semifinal round. Oh, the Bears just tremendous effort yet again. And so the MIL runners up now halfway home in their chase for the championship. Felipe Ojastro, Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bender has the impact player. Well, Kamehameha had 5 hits. They had 3 errors, though. And although that the Bears had 1 error that could have cost them, ultimately that championship experience mattered, and Baldwin advances to the Final Four.
Yeah, and Kamehameha is going to kick themselves a little bit. I mean, they made that 1 error, that 1 unearned run back in the first inning. Left 9 men on base today, I think twice with the bases loaded. And so they had their opportunities today. 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. But hats off to Perry Waikiki. Hell of a job out there on the mound.
Absolutely. Here's the Hawaii Honduras impact player for the Bears with Jimmy.
JPW all day, every day right here. Jaden Perry Waikiki, great game for you, as Marcus just mentioned. A little bit of drama there at the end. What was going through your mind when Kea'i Sylvester hit that one to left field?
I was like, my boy got me in left field, Kaden Motts. I never had a doubt in my mind. I just pitched a fastball, challenged him, and I just see how far he could hit it. So, yeah.
If I told you before the game, though, you guys only get 1 hit and only score 1 run, but you win the game, what would you have said to me?
I would have said, I don't know. I would have been surprised. I don't know. That 1 hit, I don't know. That really helped us. That was shocked. I was shocked. I'm shocked.
Remember seeing you last year as a freshman, now seeing you as a sophomore, and there's no slump for you. I mean, you pitched a great game tonight, very efficient. What was working best for you tonight?
I think my fastball, my slider was working. I know they was biting on my slider a lot. My changeup, I don't know, it wasn't really working. My slider, I was just working that consistently in the bullpen, and I was just confident to throw it tonight. And my fastball is my go-to pitch, and I was just happy to accomplish that.
How does this team continue to win these close games?
We stick together as brothers, you know, all 28 of us, and we just, whenever stuff gets deep, we just got to show grit, and that's what we did tonight. We just came together and played defense.
2 more to go for a championship. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. Guys, back to you.
Absolutely right, Jimmy. I mean, just phenomenal performance. And Hawaii baseball is blessed that they get to see him for 2 more years here. This 10th grader stepping up, 7 innings of work.
Yeah, and for the third straight start, a win, second straight start by him, a complete game shutout by Perry Waikiki. So a great effort out there. I thought the young man was fantastic. He was on his game, a little bit, challenged here and there, but nonetheless, I thought when the going got tough, he got tougher.
Absolutely, and he is done for the rest of the tournament, obviously. He's got the rest a couple of days, but he'll be out there and supporting this team the rest of the way now. Tough one here for Kamehameha to deal with. It dropped down now to the consolation side of the bracket, but what a gift it was to see Grayson Osborne pitch these last few years. He did everything he could, and he played nearly flawless and did enough to keep Kamehameha in it.
Yeah, I mean, 6 innings is one of his best efforts of the year, or longest outings of the year, but picks up his first loss of the year, and that's going to sting a little bit for the young man in the offseason and everything, getting ready for his next endeavor.
So the Warriors drop down to the consolation side. Baldwin moves to the right side of the bracket, and another big step here. They will take on Waiakea coming up in the state semifinals tomorrow night. Time now for the Taco Bell play of the game. Well, we saw Grayson Osborne off a bunt, slides in there beautifully, and on a sacrifice bunt. This was perfectly played all the way around.
It was a great bunt up the line. The only play that could be made was made by Osborne on that. He went to his knees, threw from a one leg, backing up a little bit, almost to the Baldwin dugout. They made a great throw over there, and at that point right there, it was huge. That could have been bases loaded, and they could have added on more runs after that.
And that one run unearned here today, and that did it. The 3 errors kind of hurt the Warriors, and so Baldwin advances and moves on. They take on Waiakea. St. Louis is on the opposite side. The question is, who will they face? They'll face either Kamehameha Maui, who's going for their first Division I Final Four appearance ever, or a Lelehua team trying to get to the state semis for the first time in more than 60 years. Wow. Incredible performance. That's coming up about 20 minutes here on Spectrum OC 16. It's the last of the quarterfinal round here on Spectrum as we march our way to Saturday's championship game. Baldwin wins this one 1-0 with Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bennett, and our entire crew, Felipe Haas crew. The madness in May has only begun. The Bears moving on in the Wale Onamini Foundation State Championship Tournament.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
Aloha, I'm Corey Harvey from Fly Girls, and you're watching Spectrum OC 16.
Aloha, I'm Mike Latronic. Tune in weeknights, 8:30 p.m. for Board Stories, where we feature top surfers, up-and-coming athletes, the hottest events, and the lifestyle we love.
Hanneman's big aerial make rate is among the highest in the business, and this, in combination with solid flow, technique, and maneuvers, makes him one of the most dangerous rookies on the WSL Championship Tour.
Catch Board Stories only on Spectrum OC 16.
This week on Fashion Sense by Valerie, we are turning up the heat with a fiery citrus spritzer you need to try. Got lash questions? I've got answers. Our real estate expert shares how to light any space like a pro. Dr. Hannah gets real about urinary incontinence, what every woman should know. We're working the half Bosu ball for a killer core and rocking monochrome from head to toe. Presented by D. Sweet Hero Electric Inc. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC 16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.